Hello everybody and welcome back to the United Stand. I am being positive and Manchester United tonight will beat Real Sociedad and will go through to the quarter-final of the Europa League. Ruben Amorim has been speaking. Our summer transfer budget depends on it. Manchester United, there is a possibility that we could be in the Champions League next season. 14th place, Manchester United could be in the Champions League next season. And could you imagine if Manchester City don't even make top four, because they are on the brink? There could be a world where Manchester City are not in the Champions League next year and Manchester United are. Like, could you imagine that? Everything is on the line and I expect every single one of them players to go out there and give everything. This is our season. Zubimendi returns to Real Sociedad, but you know what? Ugarte returns for us. We've got players as well. I trust Ugarte. I think he's been one of the best signings of the summer, and he is probably the first name on the team sheet along with Bruno Fernandes and Ahmad when he's fit for Manchester United. But Ahmad isn't fit. The other players that aren't fit is Mason Mount. This game comes a little bit too soon for him, even though he was in training, even though he was in that open training session at Carrington ahead of the Europa League tie against Real Sociedad. Also Harry Maguire, this game comes too soon for him as well. Lenny Yoro will be out for this game and Sunday's game against Leicester too, so he will be out. Aiden Heaven, will he step up? Chido is ineligible for this game because we didn't register him. We did register Aiden Heaven, so he is there and available to use. But what do I want from Manchester United? I want atmosphere at Old Trafford. We've heard about this plans for a new stadium. Currently we've got Old Trafford. And Old Trafford, when it's rocking, can be an absolute fortress. It can be. It hasn't really been this season, I'm going to be honest. As a match-going fan who's had a season ticket for years, this has probably been the deadest year of Old Trafford. Ralph Rangnick's year was pretty dead, but this year has been dead. Last season, we had that FA Cup tie against Liverpool, which is probably the most atmosphere I've witnessed at Old Trafford, one of them anyway. That might be recency biased. I want a night like that. Like, everything is on the line for Manchester United. Our season in the Premier League is dead. The FA Cup is done. The League Cup is done. Liverpool play that at the weekend. By the way, Liverpool being knocked out of the Champions League. Thank you, PSG. Loved watching that one. I might be speaking too soon. But I want that. I want the atmosphere at Old Trafford. I want the fans to be turning up, and I think they will. They'll get behind Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim, that is what the fans are holding on to at the moment. And Sir Jim's come out and backed him. You might not completely agree with everything Sir Jim said in that interview. I didn't, to be honest with you. But what I liked is he's absolutely standing behind Ruben Amorim and said he thinks he'll be at Manchester United for years to come, and that is his decision at the end of the day. So, Old Trafford atmosphere, everyone behind Ruben Amorim, behind this team, and let's have it, because this Europa League can make or break our season. It really can. I mean, could you imagine watching Manchester United lift a trophy, watching Ruben Amorim lift his first trophy after the terrible season that we've had? And we are capable of it. And Ruben Amorim has shown he's capable of adapting and bending for certain games, like we have done against the big hitters this season, the Arsenals, the Man Cities, the Liverpools, where Ruben Amorim's gone out and got results. He's bended his system a little bit and he's changed the way he's going to play. He said Manchester United won't do that in the foreseeable future, and he said his long-term plan is not to play like that, but he can get results. We've got to get a result in this game. Real Sociedad are not the Real Sociedad of old. You could see when we went and faced them at the Real Arena in San Sebastian that I thought Manchester United deserved to win that game. The only reason they got a draw was because of a dodgy penalty. And was it a penalty? Was it not? I think they're really harsh in the European refereeing when it comes to handballs in the box. I remember the Martinez one. I think it was actually against Real Sociedad at Old Trafford a few years ago. And it was ridiculous. His hands were here and it's like, what was he supposed to do? With Bruno Fernandes, he was jumping. I don't understand what he was supposed to do. So, and we had chances. We had other chances we should have buried as well. I thought Manchester United looked lively. We've got the home advantage this time. But could it be another one of them run-outs like it was against Fulham, where it's super, super edgy? You go to extra time, you go to penalties, and it's one of them where anything can happen on penalties. We saw that with Liverpool and with PSG. Are you really confident with Manchester United, with penalties after our run out against Fulham? I would like to have this boxed off in 90 minutes, but I could see it as being a very edgy game. The most important thing is stay in the game. Stay in the game, stay compact, keep your shape, and ensure that Real Sociedad don't get anything in that first half. Second half, throw a little bit more at it and go and get that goal. We can do it. We have seen it. Set pieces, we've been a threat off. Bruno Fernandes has been a massive threat off set pieces. You know, we have got bits of threat there. Xerxes picked up a bit of form. Alejandro Garnacho looked dangerous against Arsenal. I'm kind of clutching at straws here, but hopefully he can get something. And could you imagine if Rasmus Højlund could score the winner, what that would do for his confidence levels, because his confidence is at absolute rock bottom right now. And yeah, I mean, the amount of games he's gone without a goal is absolutely incredible, and we need better, but he's all we've got right now. We've got to get behind him and hope that he can get a goal, and because he's our only striker in the Europa League. Yeah, we have Joshua Zirkzee, but we like him as more of a 10. We've got to hope Rasmus Højlund can get something, and we can provide him with service. And Patrick Dorgu being available for this game, because he's obviously had a ban in the Premier League, he was speaking at that press conference. Him being available gives Højlund more of a chance of getting service in, because he looks to get crosses in, he looks to fly forward, and hopefully you can see his relationship with Alejandro Garnacho continue. So what would be my starting 11 for this game? It's going to be Andre Onana in goal. It's going to be a back three, I think, of Mazraoui. I think he'll go back to centre-back over playing at wing-back because Dorgu's back. I think it'll be Mazraoui on the left side because Yoro is injured. I think it'll be Lindelof centrally. Lindelof is surplus to requirements at Manchester United. We know that. But to be fair to him, he played against Arsenal as a central centre-back and he did a good job. And I think we did well defensively. So I'm comfortable with Lindelof stepping in there. He's got experience with United. And De Ligt on the right-hand side. He knows how to play there. He's played there very well. De Ligt has been a standout player for us as of late. We need him in that back line. The wing-backs will be Dorgu on the left. It will be Dalot on the right. I think the two midfielders will be Ugarte and Bruno. Some would argue Ugarte and Casemiro to keep things tight. Ruben Amorim literally called Casemiro out in his press conference and said that he's overpaid and not performing. He used him as an example. Even though he's done all right, I don't think Amorim fancies him, and I think as soon as Ugarte's back, Ugarte will come back in. I doubt he'll push. There is a potential he could play Bruno in the 10, Casemiro and Ugarte, with Garnacho and play Zirkzee up front and drop Højlund again, like he did at the weekend, but I don't think he will. I think it'll be Bruno and Ugarte, because I've actually quite liked Bruno in that deep role, to be honest with you. I think he's been more disciplined and I think he dictates from there. I think the two 10s will be Zirkzee and Garnacho at Old Trafford, and I think the number 9 will be Rasmus Højlund. I did like the partnership that Garnacho and Mazraoui had going on, but Mazraoui's needed in that centre-back role, and I think that is his best role under Ruben Amorim and in that system, and he can still help out down that left-hand side. The job of that left-sided centre-back is to drive that ball out and bring it into the midfield, and Mazraoui is excellent at doing that. Then it goes on to Patrick Dorgu, who'll be interchanging with Garnacho inside and outside, rotating basically and doing the defensive work, but rotating on the inside and allowing Alejandro Garnacho to get wide as well, which is where he thrives. So that's what I think the team will be. Real Sociedad have their threats as well. Having Zubimendi back is massive for them. We need Ugarte on him. We need him to do like a little Fred on Kevin De Bruyne job. Do you know that kind of job? We need him to do that. And Herrera on Eden Hazard. I mean, he's not quite Eden Hazard levels, but he is one of their best players, Martin Zubimendi. So we've got to make sure we nullify him. But ultimately, I'm confident. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Manchester United win. I think it's going to be edgy, but I think it's going to be a 2-1 win. Winner in extra time. That's what I'm going to go with. I can't do penalties again, but I think it's going to be a close one. Look, everyone, let's get behind Ruben Amorim. Let's get behind this team. This is the competition that we have all of our eggs in this basket. We've got to get through. Quarter-final awaits us. It's looking like it's going to be Lyon. What a tie that would be. And then we've got Bilbao. He's up for it. He's up for it. Let's get the chance going, and hopefully United can get through. Come on, Manchester United.